You know what the problem is with standard belts? Usually you have to choose between too tight or the opposite, too loose. But with Un-Censor'd Belt and Buckle, you don't have to choose. We got rid of the holes and instead have a track system designed for micro-adjustability. That way you can enjoy a perfect fit every time. Un-Censor'd Belt and Buckle. Find your perfect fit today.
Having a corporate or charity golf event? Backswing Golf Events can supply your tournament with personable, professional golfers to entertain and fundraise on the golf course. They can accommodate any size group, whether it be 3 players to 500. They are your team. From range lessons, Beat the Pro, and Pro-Am style roaming, they're making lasting memories one swing at a time. So make sure to check out backswinggolfevents.com or call us direct at 661-316-3093 and book your pros now.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday and welcome to On Par with Amanda. We are inviting Biggs. Come on over here. How you doing?
What the hell is going on?
A lot of chaos going on today. A lot of unknowns. Biggs and I are just trying to act very normal, even though we have no idea what's going on behind the scenes. We don't do well with surprises, folks.
No.
So
especially when I own the show.
That's what I mean. We're just trying to go with the punches, roll the punches.
Thy shall rise from the evil. From what was it? Thy shall rise from the depths of evil.
Yes.
Did we invite Satan on a show or something?
I know. I'm like, who left me out of this memo? Well, I will say for On Par with Amanda this week, we just wanted to do something a little different. We've really been hitting it hard on the Live Tour and there's not a whole lot of exciting news because everything's surrounded by the Live Tour. So we're going to do something a little different today. Biggs, take it away. You had a great idea.
Well, it's been a while since we've hit the mailbag, Amanda, and tons of email.
I'm nervous
with you for you and all that stuff, and so let's start off with this one. This is coming from Joe, and Joe says, Amanda, I have a daughter that is 4 years old and I love to play golf. What is the best way to get my daughter at 4 years old already to be interested in golf?
Great question. Well, hi, Joe. Here's what I will say. Children are very impressionable. So they like to follow a lead. A lot of parents ask me this question: how do you get your kid to just love something? Well, you can't. You can't get them to love golf, but you can get them to go out and try it and mimic. And especially at 4, like I said, very impressionable. So if mom or dad is out playing golf and that's a family thing we go do, you're naturally going to have an interest somewhat. Can we guarantee that means at age 15, they're rocking and rolling and loving golf and not burn out? No, but I think there's a way to introduce the sport. So make sure you involve. And if you want to put them in a kids camp or even just get some mini lessons, somebody that really understands how to work with children, because at 4, you should not be having full-on lessons. At 4, you should be involved in some type of camp, but it's not going to be structured like you might think as a parent. So it's really important not to over push and let them kind of do it, but definitely introduce the sport. It's great. And at 4, it keeps them deeply entertained.
when I seen this question come in our emails, I thought, man, this is at some point we really got to address this. This comes from Brittany. Brittany's an avid golfer and wants to go pro. Has every aspiration to play in college, but wants to know what is the best way to offset the entry money into pro tournaments.
Great question. Boy, do I have a fix for you. Well, so you are, Brittany, congrats on deciding that this is kind of the journey you want to take. It's a big step. But after playing college, entry fees and everything get very expensive. And a lot of times we pull our focus away from what we're trying to do. And if you're playing golf, you need to play golf and you need to focus. But we don't all have sponsors. We don't all have money being thrown at us. So that's where wrong side. That's where backswing comes in. And we try to provide a world-class experience for these pro golfers to say, look, I'm starting my career. I'm in the middle of my career. I have my career and I want to supplement and make some side money, which is great money. We pay well because we want everyone to be able to not have to go waitress while they're trying to play golf and work for this place and work for that place. You're on the golf course, you're learning sales and social skills, you're potentially picking up sponsors, and it's not pulling you away from what you actually are trying to accomplish and do with golf. And so I think give us the jingle when you're ready. When you're getting ready to graduate. But I think a lot of pro golfers, until you go through it, a lot of people don't understand really how taxing the financial side is. And that when you're grinding in a tournament and you go, if I don't make the cut this week, I can't afford to pay my entry fee for next week. I can't afford to pay the travel for next week. So we are trying to change that. And as a company, we're doing it one day at a time, but we really are trying to focus on helping. Yes, we help charities, and that's a great bonus. That is just one asset of our company. But this is what we're passionate about, helping women golf. And you, Brittany, being able to come out and say, you know what, I have a fighting chance to turn pro and to succeed because I have my money taken care of. So.
Yeah, the good thing about that, Amanda, is you and Mackenzie have been in Brittany's shoes, have been where
100%.
Brittany.
We were there, and it's not professional golf, professional sports in general. And you would know this from baseball and all of the things they're not glamorous lifestyles. I understand that when you get to the top tier, yes, there are perks and rewards, and it is very rewarding. It is rewarding, but it is not glamorous most of the time. And there's a small echelon way up here of the people that are, they've made it, and that's awesome. And that's what we hope everyone can get to. But in the meantime, it's a very lonely, very humbling situation.
All right. And that kind of gets into our next question from Golf Lover. That's how they sign this email.
Oh,
all right.
Boy.
There you go. Golf Lover says, Amanda, what is your biggest accomplishment as a pro golfer? And do you have any accomplishment that you have yet to reach?
Oh, gosh. I have a million just as a human being. Let's start there. That I'm still always and will always be chasing. I'm a goal setter. I always set things that I hope to accomplish. And, I've had this question before. And sure, I've had some top 10, top 5 finishes. I played a lot of golf in my career. But I really have to say, like, one of the biggest accomplishment is starting backswing. And that only stemmed because I was a professional golfer. So yes, a lot of people ask me, was my calling to be a pro golfer? How did I know? My calling was not to be a pro golfer. I will make that very clear. I had to be a professional golfer to start backswing. And that is my calling. And so I think in life, like I said, I'm a goal setter. I'm very goal oriented because I feel like that's the only way to get yourself to the finish line. And once you reach the finish line, you've already set a new finish line. So it's just you're chasing something all the time. And it keeps you motivated and powered. But I will say that no matter what accomplishment you reach, and I've had great moments where I've like, wow, I can't believe I'm at this finish line, but you can't stop at the finish line. Like you've got to set a new one. You've got to keep, growing as a person. And so, we can talk about accolades. We all have them in whatever capacity, but I really think that the company Backswing was where I see the most accomplishment in myself as a human being. And I feel proud to put that on display. So just keep looking in the future, always chasing.
All right. We have on time for one more question, and this question comes from Lisa. Lisa is asking, I have an equipment sponsorship. Have you ever been unhappy with the equipment that's provided by equipment sponsorship? And if so, how do you handle it?
Oh boy. Have I ever been? So here's what I will say. I am a very
I wonder if
realistic.
she's kind of getting to that she's not happy with the equipment they provided.
Yeah, I
I wonder.
think
I don't know.
I've definitely been there. I'm just going to be very real with you, but I also make sure it has only happened one time. And I was very quick to learn how to not get myself in those positions moving forward. And I get it. When people are throwing money or just even product at you, if someone said, "Hey, I'm going to give you golf clubs,"
That's
instead of
exciting.
go
Yeah.
spending $35 to $5,000 on a new set, that's great.
Yeah.
But if it affects your overall performance or how you're feeling, how you feel holding a golf club and looking at a golf club aesthetically means the world. And if you're not happy with the product, you have to be true to yourself. And I know it would be hard to walk away from what seems like a great deal, but if it's not servicing you, it isn't a great deal. It's the equivalent to saying, you play golf, here's a tennis racket. It's not going to work. So yes, I will say that I have been in that position, and it's a very hard one to dig yourself out of, because you don't want to give up something or miss out on something if they're willing to give you the world. I've had companies literally want to give me anything I wanted, and I had to say, you're just not a fit, whether that's in the equipment, the feel of the company, the morals of the company. Like, it has to all align for it to be a good partnership. So as tough as it is, you got to make sure it aligns with you as a person and a golfer.
And sometimes you just got to be honest with the company.
And sometimes I couldn't agree more, Biggs. Sometimes you have to be real, and there's a tactful way to do it and say,
Yeah.
hey, this is where I'm struggling. Help me get over this struggle. And sometimes they can make an adjustment or a fix, or it's not an all or nothing
My,
sometimes.
my typical experiences with equipment companies. Now, I never been in the position that you or any other professional golfer has been in, where I need this tweak or I need that tweak. But you know, I certainly companies that have had me test equipment. Hey, how's this? Do you need any adjustments? And very communicable. When we want to
Mhm.
communicate with them, and you know, I just reach out to them if there's something. Maybe if it's your long irons that you're not happy with, reach out to them. Maybe they can help you.
You don't
Dial it
know.
in.
And
Or
I think,
whatever.
like I said, be tactful. It's your sponsor. But I also think there's nothing wrong in being honest.
Right.
And I think the longer you kind of tiptoe around that, you're doing yourself a disservice, and you're doing the company a disservice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been there. It's a tough,
Trust me, they want you to play well because that's how you sell the clubs.
100%.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, it's hard when people are throwing things at you. You want to take everything. Like you're like, I might not ever get another opportunity. So it's hard to pass up, but got to be true to yourself.
All right. I just got a text message from
Oh.
iHeartRadio.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
They told me to read my email. All right.
Okay.
I
Lots
guess that
of
does it.
drama today.
I swear. All right.
Well, guys, thanks so much. Appreciate you always tuning in. Thanks, Biggs, for running the mailbag today. And
Yeah.
until next week, we'll keep swinging for par.